For anyone watching this afterwards, our go doesn't really start for another 10, 11 minutes. I'm just setting up, making sure everything is as it should be. Okay. Then we go over here. Let's set that for 3Q. And then what? That might be a good start. Okay. Then over here, black, white, black, white. Okay. I'm thinking of starting a little early because we're going to, a lot of times we'll, or rather sometimes we'll play a bot, Crazy Stone in this case. And we did that a few times and it's like, well, we're really just looking at the opening because we don't get to the rest of the game because there's, a lot of talking and stuff. So we started trying to play through the opening before the lecture started. Then when the lecture starts, we do it on middle game. And that was good. So that's what we're doing here. But we're only on move, whatever it is, 15. And it already looks like we're in middle game. Or rather, we're going to play middle game and then revert back to the opening. Which happens a lot. That happens in in-game too. We'll be playing, game goes to in-game, and all of a sudden middle game will break out again. Commonplace. But I'll give it another 3 or 4 minutes. And we need to think about, I'm seeing 4 possible moves. I guess we don't want D at all. That helps black too much. A, B, or C? Which one? I'm going to switch the board I'm playing on and the board you're looking at. That's better. Hello, someone who just walked in. I've been setting up the board here. Feel free to speak up so I know who you are. No problem. Aldrich, I seem to remember that name. Welcome. Aldrich. There's Star Trek TNG. Aldrich of All. Aldrich of All, something like that. Where we have the metamorph, the metaphor lady who's driving everyone crazy. And she's meant only for him. Picard wants to steal her away. Uh-huh. There you go. That does ring a bell. I've done some, but nothing too specific. Oh, you're the one who showed OODA Loop to Chris. That's great. Ha. Every time I talk to him about the OODA Loop, he always gives credit to, and I don't remember the name he uses, apparently yours. He says, that's not mine. That's so-and-so's. Feel free to work and not speak up if provoked. I think that could have been it. I don't know. I don't remember what he said, but that kind of rings a bell. I just told you to not worry about it when I responding, but just one last response. What's your level? That's funny. I said, like it was a put down. I didn't mean that. Just, OODA Loop, teaching Chris 9 Dan something. I'm expecting, I'm only 6 Dan, that kind of thing. No, 7Q. Okay. This struck me for a second. Yeah. So I'm going to be talking, but that's to the invisible people who will later be watching, so you don't feel the need to respond or anything. Okay, so once again, we're playing Crazy Stone at 3Q, and I find that's a pretty good level for almost everyone to get good stuff out of. And I wanted to play through the opening beforehand so we would be working on middle game, not opening. But I did that just moments ago when I got this far, and this next move, by all means, feels like middle game to me. I'm sure we'll switch back to the opening quite soon. Okay, so A, B, C, and D come to mind for the next move. Since we're in the opening, why aren't we playing D? As maybe we should be. So let's imagine that. We're playing some corner move. Let's have him hit us hard, at which point we're going to walk out. Let's have him hit the vital point. And this white group is feeling horrid. That's why I don't want to play away here. we're out in a literal sense, but it's a little difficult getting out, and we have no shape to speak of. So that's why I didn't start marking D, as I really feel that, this other stuff is more important. So now let's look at A, B versus C. Hello, second person that's come in. Feel free to speak up. That way I can call on you. And when you speak up, give me your level too, so I know how to form questions and stuff like that. So I don't like A. It's completely unnecessary because it's the same as B. And A forces black to get thicker and stronger. And black has a knight's move problem right there. So I don't want to get thicker and stronger. So we get rid of A. Notice this is all middle. These are middle game ideas. Okay. Two ways out. Let's also get rid of D. We decided that. B or C. Now, I have to admit, I struggle with this. On the one hand, C does get us further out and gives our group structure. In other words, eyes. We're getting at least an eye, if not two, if we play there. And yet, B gets out much faster. And very often, the faster you get out, the better. But this whole lack of structure is bothering me a lot. So I believe I would play at C. And I'm not at all sure right or wrong here. Either one of you listening have an idea or comment? Maybe I'm missing something. Aldrich is busy, and the second person never spoke up, so just feels free to speak up. So I'm going to play C, and I think it's a good idea to acknowledge that I'm feeling pretty lack of confidence with this. Okay. He comes up. Oops. See, he comes up. I'm coming up. Now, I'm not coming up at A. I'm specifically coming up at B because I can now do a surrounding move. Feels like there's not much scented to be had given the group health. Well, I assume you're talking about the right. So let's check out. Hello, Sebastian. Let's check out black's health on the right. If black was healthy, then this would be just Gote. If this is Sente, then he's defending because he wasn't healthy. So of course he's going to defend. It's a weak structure. So that's why I'm playing B to give the next move meaning. And he defends. Next, am I okay? This question, this is a different sort of game. I'm not used to having this kind of group at this stage. Can we get surrounded? So there's two questions. Are we healthy? Are we alive? Can we get surrounded? These sorts of questions. So let's just imagine black plays here. Well, if we respond in the center, then that means he's getting a really great combination on the right. Really looks like a lot of points. Hard to invade. So if this is Sente, I do not want to respond. I want to play here. Oh, I don't want to get surrounded here. Okay, so I'm hoping you're hearing my tension. It's how it's like, I hate responding, but I feel the need to. So this is based on a great many years experiencing this stuff. And this truth that just keeps coming back, which is just be patient, keep defending until you're actually healthy, and then take it from there. So my A group doesn't want to get surrounded, but it's not like I'm about to die either. So to me, that means I don't care if I get cut. So I'm going to play this way. If I get cut, it's going to be easy to get out, easy to live. So I'm going to play this way. The idea being that black really doesn't like this turn here. This is a violent, powerful white turn area. And if he cuts me, I could care less. Okay, so I'm going to do that. And again, now I'm not cut. I like that. It's a ladder. Okay, if black played here, it would break the ladder. So I would play again. Now it's a ladder and a net. Now I'm going to go through this. It's an important thing to know. You probably know it already. Let's look at it. So it's a ladder and a net. Let's choose the ladder. Uh-oh, black gets a free move. Well, that's kind of big, getting a free move. Why in the world wouldn't we play the net? He doesn't get a free move. Thus, nets we prefer. Ladders, less. Okay, so we play here, it's a net. If he plays here, it's not a net anymore. We could still ladder it. No, 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 no. We're keeping the net. Now we can do whatever we want. It's a net, it's a ladder, everything's fine. We can do anything we want. Okay. So this far, he went this way. We're done. Okay. Finally, that was a lot of time to spend on that group. But there we are. So based on an unusual opening, we need to find the next biggest spot. And Sebastian, you want to call out some coordinates or ideas as to what next is big? And I wouldn't mind you shouting out your level. I don't want to ask questions that are too hard or too insulting. And if you don't want to speak up, I'm not going to force you. Speak up or I'll come to your house. No. Okay, I'll let you not speak up. Okay. Well, let's mark some ideas. Boom, 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 boom. These are the ones that I'll play on the left side, maybe C14. C14, yeah. So good or bad, I've marked the moves that come to mind. And let's discuss them. Let's start with E. I can take the corner, or he can approach the corner. Well, no one's weak here, so it's double gote. Very small. So no good. But F. Well, if black coming out is sente or particularly meaningful, so we're going to have white play here, black comes out, white comes out. Do we feel that we made a mistake? Well, we got nothing in area 1, but black got nothing in area 1. Our A group is out and very possibly alive. Let me make sure that's not my wife. So I don't see the urgency here, although it does bother me kind of a lot. I like F. Now, I've got a lot of weak tendencies where I like things that aren't good for me, but check out that wall. And if black doesn't respond, that's a very big turn. Man, I'm kind of convincing myself about F. Okay, let's look in the upper left. A, are we going to live? Yeah. Is it going to be difficult? Yeah. How many points are we going to get? 2, 3, 4? Complete waste of time. We want black to have that area. So the pattern is B. So we have easy life, and we really gouge out what black can do here. And it's still invadable. This is why it's a pattern, because you really gouge out a big corner and it's still invadable. So that's a really nice place to go. B is very common. C, we're just saying, please take the whole thing. G, generic. Let's look at G. G for generic. Generic. Oh, big in general. Supports the center. That's nice. But there's a real feeling that there's some specific things going on. Upper left corner and this F wall that keeps bothering me. So let's imagine one more time. Boom, 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 boom. He breaks us. We just take the corner. What's he do with this wonderful breakout move he got? We got two big moves, upper left corner, bottom right corner. He got a move. Hard to really see the profit in it. So as much as I personally love F and want F, it doesn't seem rational to me. So let's head over to B. Okay. And so hopefully there's going to be some people watching this later. And Sebastian, if you ask questions, and remember, there's no stupid questions, that's going to help them so much, because that's what they're thinking right now. And they're like, man, but what about that? So if you ask it, it's really going to be helpful to people. Okay. Boom, boom, oh, boom, boom. Sure, I'll go that way. So he's playing this way, which is worse. All right, so I'm just going to play again. Okay, so this is the position. If I can play this, let's recall, so I don't need this move. But if it's a good move, I want it. So how do we decide if it's a good move? One, if black does not like this turn. Well, does this bother black? Well, there's two parts. One is if white had a structure facing the left, oh, huge for white. but white doesn't. So it's big, but not too impressive. But the other thing, black's got a 3 in a row shape. Black's weak. I can cut now. Okay, so black can't let that happen. So yes, it's a good move. Okay. There we go. Now, anything black does over here is going to be gote. That's why we push again, taking that wonderful move away from him. Okay. White to play. A and what else? B. I like B. And we'll put it here. C means invasion. And we will look at the invasion if we decide it's time to invade. Okay. A, big, opening, fits the board well because black is doing something in the center. A little more than generic. B, I like B a lot. There's this, let's look at why I like B so much. Let's put a black stone here. I'm going to cut you. No, you're not. I'm going to go a really big area. Well, I better stop you. Now I'm back to the attack again. See how I'm not saying white's dead. I'm saying white is lacking to some degree here. And in experience, I have that a lot of the vast majority of players don't, is I've played hundreds of games with professionals. And when you have a weak group like this, oh man, it's just makes you want to throw up. It's such a horrible experience. So I like playing here. Keeps me, or actually brings me from healthy to sparkling, getting ready for a very easy invasion. And now, oh, the bottoms become a thing of beauty. So I like this a lot. It really changes the character of the board. For the first time, I feel complete freedom in my white group on top. And this is a good move for black. So A, good. B, back to me and my weaknesses again. B could be one of these center moves that I love, and AI goes, why are you playing in the center again? Or AI could say, of course, that's the only move. So we don't usually play in the center like this. So it's means we're not sure. So A and B, we have clear reasons to play them. Let's just look at the invasion. If we wanted to invade, what would that look like? Personally, I'd start with the peep. I'm learning more and more that just peeping here, even if he doesn't respond, very meaningful. Let's just assume he responds. Then we'll hit that. I'm going to connect under. And we'll have him say, yeah, I don't think so. And then we'll just start what? Let's come out gently. Let's come out this way. Okay. Let's look at a couple of scenarios. One, black tries to kill the whole thing. Really? You're going to try to kill the whole thing? No, I'm just going to cut you. Okay, go ahead. Really? I'm just going to cut you all to pieces. Great, go ahead. How much of this area is black actually getting? Very little. So the invasion's working. Or it's turned into a reduction, which is all we really want. So that's not really working. He could say, I'm going to cut you off. Sure, go ahead. And again, big reduction. And now this is becoming Sente. So it's like, yeah, it's just really hard for black to kill the whole thing. But we don't want to do a C idea if we don't have to, because we're kind of playing into black's hands, and it's actually not that big, and there's really no need. So I'm going to play B. Could easily mean that A is better, but this whole idea of black getting it, my white group's back to being uncomfortable, and black's gotten so much bigger. So I'm playing B. For right or wrong? Yeah, very true. I'm just thinking about the goal. For many years, I kept thinking that there's a right move, a correct move to make and go. And the stronger I got, and especially now with AI, it's like it's simply not true. Any rational move doesn't have to be the best move. If it's rational, most likely it's one of 6, 7, 8 perfectly fine moves to make. If any of you have seen used Cawtrain or some AI for reviewing, it often shows the available good moves, and they're all over the place. It's like anything, just play rationally, and you're playing at a very high level. So I'm hoping that this white move is a rational move. How would I know? Talk to someone stronger than me. That's how I would know. But it fits the parameters. So that's me. Come across the top. Am I about to give that area to black? If I do this, have I given black too much? No. What makes you think it's not? I haven't given him too much? Because if he plays away, first of all, look, I mean, we're going to get so many points here, it's ridiculous. But let's figure out how many points he actually has here. It's not a very big area. Every time it looks so big, actually isn't. So I'd be pretty comfortable giving the whole thing to black. So yes, I'm turning. And I'm threatening to come in as I thicken myself up. Don't let him turn. Okay. When I think about this move, I realize, well, I can't ladder the stone. Am I weak here? No, black's the weak one. What a pitiful 2 black stones. Gosh, stupid stones. So no, I'll go ahead and chase the long one. Okay. Notice how we've been going to the opening, back to middle game, back to the opening, back to middle game. It's funny how common that is. Okay. So here we have to decide, well, we want to build area 1. But we don't want our A stone to get too weak. So what's that all mean? If I'm in a game, I'll quickly ask myself the 2 questions, and I play it out in my head. If I just play a big move in Gote, can he really, hurt me, kill me, do something dramatic. No, should be pretty easy life. Okay, so if I want to play some generic move, I can. Okay, next, can I do a real move? Am I going to get in trouble? Well, if he plays this way, obviously not. So this way, okay. I'm a little nervous here. I don't like it. I don't have to do much reading. Well, I guess I could always just live. That just does not make me feel good at all. Therefore, what? Well, let's look. So I'm going to defend A. For right or for wrong, I'm going to defend A. Let's mark the moves that defend. I think I'll make them triangles because there's bound to be a few of them. These seem to be the moves that clearly defend white. The contact moves, P304, they help black. No good. I'm getting rid of them right away. We do not want to help black by touching them. Okay. Getting out. Simple getting out with A. Okay, I'm out. And black then lives on the bottom. That's kind of not very exciting. Okay. Let's see what we get out with this A. We get out, black lives. Oh, I feel better about that. I had a second move. I had a continuation. And if black takes that away, then I have this sort of continuation. I'm building a very nice center. Hi, Ann. I'm in the middle of a lecture, my monthly lecture. Can I get your... no, that's my regular lecture, the paid lecture. This is a monthly free lecture, and it's on Wednesdays. Could you close the door for me? I'm the one that always does stuff for her. Nothing, dear, nothing. Okay, so these all seem nice. So I'm going to go ahead and do it that way. Okay. So all's well. Let's look at possible next ideas. I'm fine everywhere. He's fine everywhere. Okay. That woman drives me crazy. I am madly in love with her. Okay. Couple ideas. We talked about a move like A and working on the center. Move like, we'll call it B, take the corner. It's always nice. We have a move like C. Now, this is a specific idea. I say, I'm coming in. He says, let's put it here. And then I drop down. The left. Left and that new little center area. So, area 1, area 2, and black cannot get too carried away in area 3. He doesn't want to get two weak groups. So we clearly have oh, I like this. If I was going for area 4, that would be one idea. If I go in this direction, I'm seeing 3 ideas. Ooh, 3 purposes rather than 1. I like it. Here, he responds. I don't see any cute next move, so I will drop down to where? A, B, or C, right? A states that I'm committed to my D stone. I really want to keep him alive. I actually don't care if you take the D stone. It's an extra, what, 6, 7 points for you? Just not too, maybe more than that. Might be a good 10. Because if my D stone's alive, I can push around for endgame. C has the benefit of connecting under for extra endgame points, which is not small. Why would I play B if I have C? Can't really think of a reason. So I think we're talking about A versus C. I can't think of any reason not to play C. What if black R3 after white Q7? Thank you for Q7, R3. Black R3 after white Q7. Great. Down I come. The only reason to do that is if you wanted to live there. He would probably play this way and then get out. Oh, I'm doing jumping jacks over here. White's bottom area is game over. Hopefully that's easy to see. Or why wouldn't black R3 here? There you go. Yeah. So the other way of saying this is area 1 is bigger than area 2. So he's going to settle his group. Yeah. Find the move tree here. There. There. Here. Okay, I think I found it. And we're playing this one. He came here. I'm going to give up the stone just because I'm getting so much out of it. Give it up. Yes. Give it all the way up. Notice, if I cut, he can't capture the stone. Let's look at that. Ah, doesn't work for him. So he wants the stone. He has to take it in Gotek. Okay. Black, white. A or B? B's stronger. A's a little bigger. So how would I solve that problem? Oh, you're more than welcome. I imagine playing the bigger move, and then I ask, is his Sente hurting me? No. Is the peep hurting me? Can I imagine some situation where this was great for black? That's a little hard to imagine. But decades of 6-dan experience tells me don't even think about it. For me, I'm not going to think about it. I'm going to play the strong way. Now, that'd be great if that gave someone some insight. Oh, but but no, play the strong way. You're going to shave years off your game. I mean, off of just learn faster. Okay, so we're going to play it this way. He comes down. So when I want, I can make that white stone live again. Okay. Well, on the surface, it certainly looks like black's ahead. Black has a big old area, and we haven't finished no points yet. And that may well be the case. But here we are. The leaderboard says that black's ahead by 3 points. But I'm having a hard time believing this because black's has, in my mind, 2 weak groups inside white's C. So I'm going to hit this group hard. Now, we could spend some time talking about this. But this A move, one thing we see right away is the B group. Let's have black just, oh, I'm alive in the corner, however that sequence is going to go. And then I play here. That black group is now going to have a hard time surviving. And if it survives, then that stone's going to have a hard time surviving. So I'm hitting one side hard, the side that he can't give up. Okay. Shall I give that up and start my attack? I kind of think so, because any move I make, that might be go-to on my part. He might be able to find life now. So I don't know, but I'm not at all. I guess I could do this one. I'm just going to go for the attack right now. And that's going to start with that guy. And I'm not even sure that's the best starting attack, but there you go. Save my stone. He comes up. Okay. That's got to be a mistake. Does that increase his eye space? I don't think so. Does it threaten white? No. Okay, what's my next step? Well, I could start up my A stone again. Black is weak on the right side of it. Now if I can make him weak on the left side of it, it makes an overall well-balanced splitting attack. If I just go to kill the one black group and I fail, might be game over. Okay, so I am going to start in with the A attack. And I think it's going to be this way, corner. Okay. I kind of think there's a couple of ideas here. Boom, boom, Atari. Boom, boom. That's just one eye. I guess I should go through some variations I'm looking at. Okay, not that one. He should be able to live easily, comfortably. And I'm not here to share territories. I'm here to give him 2 weak groups so that I can have a severe attack on one of them. Okay, so one idea, Atari fix. Let's look at it. He lived small, and now he gets to start living on the second one. Did I get enough? It doesn't feel that way. That's why I don't like this. Well, what about Atari Atari, he can't kill this stone. I like that. That's where I picked it, just realized I was doing this in my head. It's like, well, what if he plays here first? Atari. I only have one eye. That could be trouble. That was when I started showing you. Okay, so what about Atari fix? He has to take it's only one eye. That I started to like and started to run it by you. Now we're back to a severe splitting attack. So I think I'm going to be doing that one. And this is me guessing, right? Boom, boom, boom. So we're expecting this. He doesn't give us that. He gives us this one. Well, I'm now alive in the corner, and he can't kill the cutting stone. Is he going to do something that's going to surprise me? What's he going to do? The net, oops, doesn't work. Gote. Q players are going to respond to this so often. But let's check out. Okay, so black plays here. That's the Gote I was talking about. Okay, how's my A group? I have two eyes already. If I do nothing, it's a snapback. He didn't get an eye out of it. So his Atari here, absolute Gote. So this is big time plus for white. Leaderboard now says we're ahead by 10 points. So there's been a big switch recently. So the AI wasn't seeing the splitting attack as we did. Okay, where for white? We're in middle game and I'm assuming we're going to kill something. Okay, let's look at some possibilities. Just the three? Let's consider for a minute that our E stone is weak. A very common thing to do, run out quickly. Well, not on this board, because the point here is not E is weak. The point is black has two dying groups. E is an extremely important stone that we have to maintain full value. What about B? His Sente to connect under, he can now quite possibly live on both sides. This is an amazing black move towards life. So we're going to take it. Take the base. He can't surround us. So he's in pretty tough shape now. He comes out. How shall we get out? So hopefully there's some, 5Q to 1Q out there seeing this and going, okay, oh, that makes sense. Now I know how to do that in the future, or at least I have some better idea. Okay, so the moves that come to mind, A and B. A, I'm for sure nice and thick here and strong. But we did give black a little honey for free, which is bound to be helpful. This one, we're leaving this. I got to say, in this context, I just wouldn't be able to do this. Maybe he plays, maybe. What's he going to do? Well, let's look. If here, he's dead. The end. Okay. What about he goes that way instead? Well, he's still dead. No wise yet. Okay. Okay. That's pretty powerful stuff. Wow, I didn't think I'd be convinced of that. What about this? This isn't going to work. So let's capture. But now this group is horribly hurt. I think we can just say it's dead. I think we found our move. I was not going to play here. And maybe there's some variations like this. Oh, I didn't see that. I mean, there's always something you might not see. But I'm going to play there. Comes across the top. And I don't want to, well, possibly. And then get back. I like that. I'm a little thin there. I want to jump, but I'm afraid of the consequences. But if I thicken up first, he can't do that. So I think I have the right to pull back, which really strengthens my little position. Then I'm going to get out. And our attack has worked. He has two groups that are pretty gosh darn weak. And you are seeing the board I'm seeing. Okay. Did he just threaten us? No. We're out. We're fine. Did he threaten to connect under? No. Then it's simply our move. And which group will we go after? A group or the B group? B group, hello. How shall we go after it? Cut? Well, let's look at a couple variations. We're happy. Okay. Same thing. We're happy. Tari, keep coming. I think we'll keep going. Does this do anything? No. Nothing. What's he going to do? Here? May as well come down, huh? There's some problem with that? Yeah, we'll just keep him weak. Well, now there might be a net. There isn't, though. I can't think of a reason not to cut. Let's cut, see what happens. Scares me to cut. Cutting is a declaration of, I'm going to kill you. And this is something you want to stay away from. Chasing is where the profit comes in, not killing. But now and then you don't have a choice. And this all has come down to him having two weak groups, and he got a whole lot of points for giving that to us. So here we are. Okay, that one's dead. And We can A or B. The difference is, does it bother us if you get C in Sente? I got to tell you, it doesn't. So I'm going to play A because I can imagine him cutting at D, making our E group weak. Now, I haven't even looked at it, and right away I can imagine it. So I'm going under, so that won't happen. He's trying hard. We have to connect on this side. Okay, let's pause for a second. We've been putting some stones down. We have to make sure we understand the idea here. He can still capture the 2. It still means nothing. He cannot hurt our B group. He can't hurt our C group. Okay, there's nothing there. Can we imagine him surrounding and hurting our A group? I can. We're not trying to figure out, oh, we're dead if we don't play. No. Can we imagine it being a thought of like, there's something there? I think so, there's something there. So I would really, if he didn't play this last move, we could always connect under. Now we can't connect under. Oh, but don't you want to kill him? Well, not that much. We don't need to anymore. We can simply run out. And now we have this massively large center regardless. And on top of that, he can't live anyway. It's not even an eye. So there's simply no trouble. So I'm getting out of Dodge right now. There's a lot of ways out. This is the way that bothers the bottom the most. No tricky stuff here. I'm just getting out nice and easy. Can I do it fast? Yes. Because there's some cuts coming up. There you go. I'm getting rid of the cut. Okay, so now that's game over. And let's clarify why. There was some chance of him cutting and bothering our A group. No more. There was some chance of him surrounding our B group. No more. So his C group is dead. His D group is dead. His A group does not have 2 eyes. I'm pretty sure it's just dead. It's our move. Take a second eye away. So he's dead there. So, yeah, game over. And the leaderboard has us ahead by 50 points. Okay, let's quick reviews. There's something. You weren't here. I did the opening first so that we could focus on middle game. And AI has solved the Chinese openings from the late 60s, early 70s. And he says, oh, just contact. AI loves to contact because it settles. It's a very local fight. And let's touch on that briefly. Hey, Roman, P3. When is it better than Q3? P3, Q3. Do you mean here? P3. Did we ever play P3 here? So P3 versus Q3. Is that it, Roman? I bet it is because you said context of the game. Okay, during the game, I totally thought of this, right? So the reasons I thought about not playing this. Oh, is there more Aji in the corner? Well, there actually is a little bit more, but it's like, no, it's just dead. I mean, give me a break. You can't do anything. So that's not a problem. Well, then aren't they equal? They're not equal because this move gives me a next very powerful move. That's why I chose it. It's actually bigger in the corner. I'm not sure that's true. And it gives me a great move. So that's the reason why. So one thing, I've mentioned it before, but let's look at it. In the old days, we used to handle the Chinese a little later this way. And let's just play a little bit of the old style Joseki out here. Usually something like this. And the thing to notice is that Black's A side and B side both came into the equation in this fight. And so Black's getting profit on both sides, which is why it was a famous for Black, because White's struggling to get out and he's still not all the way healthy yet. And AI comes along and says, well, you know, if you make it the tight move, the touching move, the fight never gets over to the other stone. So it's a one-on-one fight. So it's more equal. Now, it's still in Black's favor since we touched, but way more equal. At least that's my take on it. So that's how I played here before all you guys showed up. We played our little Joseki out. And here's where we started the B and C and decided that C is the move that gives us structure. And here's where we started feeling worried. Black is getting so much. And we're not, as we get out, we're not bothering any of the Black groups. True, we can descend, which is big, but it's Black's move. We're over here. Black comes out. We're still getting out. And we didn't mind getting cut here because we're virtually alive, but we don't like Black capping us. And so it took us a while to get out. Some of you may remember the strong group game I've shared a number of times over the years. Really excellent on this point. To take your time to get your group healthy. So it looks like Black's ahead. In all of the Black areas where Black started the game, he has more value. But now, in all the areas where White started the game, White's going to get extra value. And White simply has more value. Boom, boom, we did all that. Made a decision if we should push again. B, keeping a handle on his area. No need to invade yet. Make him take it, make him take it, make him take it. There you go. Now look at that bottom area. Thank you very much. We had some decisions here. If we just, and this is something few players do, they just put a stone down that they recognize. Maybe, oh, I recognize the pinch. I recognize something. But here's a move you might not recognize. But when you think about it, it fits everything. This move actually reminds me, when I first started studying with Jujo, he was my, I don't know, fourth teacher. We're in some situation. He's, man, playing against a professional 9-dan, even up is something else. And I got in a situation like this, and I'm thinking so hard, and I came up with this move. I was so proud of myself. Really, I was just giddy. I was so proud of myself. And in review, he says, oh, good move. Yes, very good move. All right. Boom, 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 boom. We did that. We start building that. Give him the stone, which he never could take. And finally, we start the splitting attack. We can't respond. Now, he might be able to live there, so we switch. Make some decisions. We did some reading here and decided we're going to do it. Ah, he let us have this direction. Then we recognized his gote, and we took the base. And now, game over. We had to decide a few ways to get out. Gote, cut the guy. Dead. Okay, guys. Hope it was meaningful, playable, educational, fun, all that kind of stuff. And we'll catch you in 1 month, which is our monthly free lecture. And we always have the Patreon paid weekly lecture. A lot of you come to that. Okay, guys, catch y'all later.